Smoking till a stupid state, stay until it's late. Sweet like chocolate cake, tart just like the shit I roll off paper plates. Search for sweet escape because inside I feel I'm dying slow. I tell you all that.
What is happening in my dogs? Wait. What is happening in my dogs? My name is Madison and I am the auction dog, and today I'm changing the trans fluid on this freaking 5 liter that I got. So I picked up this Mercury Mountaineer. It's a 2000 Mercury Mountaineer, and I picked it up at auction for pretty cheap actually, about $1,000. And it's got a 5 liter in it, and it's all-wheel drive. It's a little rusty. It's only got 140,000 miles. It's a little rusty under it, but it's really not in bad shape. I mean, the leather's good. It needs an armrest. AC works. Everything's in decent shape, but it shifts a little hard going into fourth gear. So I want to change the trans fluid. And really, this is not that complicated of a job. It really isn't. So I'm not going to, I mean, there's other how-to videos on how to do this. I'm just going to kind of do it and then tell you what is easy about it and what's not easy about it. There is how-tos on the internet that talk about torque specs and all that other stuff, and I'm not going to go through all that crap with you, but I will tell you what I did and what I found to be an issue for me and what I found not to be an issue for me. So I went to AutoZone and I bought a filter kit for it. The filter kits at Advanced Auto Parts were $25 and that one was $15. So I'm like, donezo. So 10 bucks is 10 bucks, you know what I'm saying? And I went to the Walmart because the AutoZone Mercon V was really expensive. Mercon 5, I believe, or Mercon V, whatever you want to call it, but I believe it's 5. And that's specific to this 4R70W. And that is a 4-speed automatic transmission that's made it to a lot of the 5 liter stuff that came out for Ford, from I believe it was like 97 to 2008. And this thing, you know, it really does. It's supposed to be a good transmission, and at only 140,000 miles, I shouldn't really be having problems, but it's probably never been serviced before, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of it. But the one point that I wanted to make before I go ahead and get started here is that you need Mercon 5 or Mercon V, whatever. You need Mercon 5 because the other Mercon or Mercon 3 or whatever else is not necessarily compatible. This is a blended ATF. It's actually part synthetic, part not, and it's specific to this transmission. All the other Mercon stuff, maybe thinner or whatever else, viscosities are going to be different. So this is what is required for this particular transmission. And if this isn't for your particular transmission, just make sure you use whatever is supposed to be used for your car. You know, it's really important. Obviously, transmissions are not something you ever want to play games with. And if you look at the cover right there, it says use Mercon V. So I'm gonna go ahead and get under here and get cracking. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hop under here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get under this car and we're gonna get started here. I have a 14 bolt pan, okay, and it's 14 number 10s, and they're supposed to come off pretty easily. It doesn't have actually a drain pan. It doesn't have a drain on it, so they say to lower to lower down half the freaking pan, let it drain into a pan, and then begin taking the rest of it off and letting it drain out from there. So I'm gonna get under the truck now. I'm gonna start draining this freaking thing, and yeah, just try to get this knocked out. Hopefully we're not doing this for too long. So let's get started. I'm gonna wipe all that shit down. Ah, damn it. My sight. Oh wow, nice. Fucker. Got that on camera. Well, there you go. That's for you too. There's freaking oil inside of there. You idiot, Madison. Jesus Christ. That was genius, bud. Wow. Excellent. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. Fantastic. Alright, so we got the new filter up there. That was easy, just pushed in real simply. The new gasket that came with it though is really shitty. So you gotta kinda like put the bolts in here to try to hold it, you know, and keep it in place while you raise it up and then bolt everything back together. So that's kind of a bad shot, but I'm under this freaking thing. So I'm gonna go and reattach everything. And yeah, dude, it's a pretty simple job overall, you know, just really freaking messy. So we're all back together here now. Pan's tight, all the bolts are there, nice and easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to fill. I gotta back it down off these ramps though. Should have put it in neutral and roll her backwards. Let her go. Just so I can fill evenly and get a proper level, you know, because otherwise you're gonna end up
either over or under, and that's not right either way. So yeah, let's get cracking.
All right, so I'm basically wrapped up with this freaking thing. I wanted to show you guys one thing that I think is important, that at least worth noting. Most of the people online talk about how these things take 5 quarts, like fill it up with 4.5 and see where it is. But I was like, let me put 4 in there and see what happens. And I'm glad I did, because as you can see, I don't know, you'll be able to see it on this thing, but on this dipstick, damn it, it's freaking hot. Hold on here. On this dipstick, right, you got a section where it says cold and a section where it says hot, okay? I filled 4 quarts of it. I put 4 quarts in there and it went all the way up, and I'm like, oh shit, I overfilled it. So I started it, let it run for a second, put it through the gears, checked it again, didn't let it get hot, and then checked it again when it was cold. And once the fluid pulled through the filter, all that other stuff, it was fine. It checked, it like read just below the highest point on the cold line. Okay, so then I went and ran the car, went and drove it. I put my foot in it too. I just gave her some hell, you know? Warmed it up, everything was perfect, and then it was literally right below the threshold of the hot, so it's perfectly full. And I did it off of 4 quarts. So I have a 5th one just in case. But don't just listen to people and eat off rip and then overfill your transmission. I think that's a major issue that people end up running into. So you should just really, you know, just do what you think is necessary. Ultimately, you need to put the fluid in there anyways, but it's easier to add it as you need rather than to try to take it out once you've put too much in, considering the fact that there's no drain plug in this damn thing. So just heed my warning on that. So you should just put like maybe 3 in there, you know, and then check it and then see what the 4th returns, because you might realize that you don't need as much as you think you do. Okay, so, and I think that might be something that you guys need to pay attention to, because I almost overfilled my transmission. If I would have done what the internet said, which is put 4.5 in there, I would have overfilled my trans and had to freaking, you know, figure out a way to get it out of there, probably a pump or whatever else. But this is really an easy thing, you know. It's really easy to mess up your transmission doing this too. And then some people also say, well, should you even change your trans fluid? You know, is it a serviceable thing? Will you end up blowing your transmission up if you do it? It's really up to the freaking car gods. I don't think that changing the transmission fluid necessarily is gonna, you know, make your transmission, you know, spontaneously combust. I actually think if you don't change your transmission fluid and you don't service the transmission, that is what ultimately leads to failures. You know, yes, it may work for a while, but it's gonna eventually shit the bed. But if you continually keep up on service intervals, they say to do it every 60,000 miles. And so this car's got 140,000. It's probably been done once in its lifetime, maybe, if I'm lucky. So I'm gonna end up doing this to all my other cars that have automatic transmissions. It's just something that needs to be done. So if you do have any questions, drop me a like, or just drop it in the comment section below. Drop a like if you did like the video. I know I didn't really tell you how to do it, but it's more so like stuff that I ran into while doing it. I'm not a how-to channel, more of a car lifestyle channel, as well as, you know, an auction channel. I'm not really a how-to channel. I don't really like to, you know, get into torque specs and how to do something. And you guys, there's a million videos out there of people doing it, but they don't really talk about the hardships of doing stuff. They don't talk about what they run into. They don't talk about the issues, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what I like to talk about when I do focus on things that I'm doing with these cars. I am a dealer. If this is your first time on my channel, I am a small car dealer here in Florida, and I kind of document, you know, the life of a car dealer, you know, what I do and how I make money and the cars that I think are important and the stuff that comes through the auctions, what I buy, when I flip it, and just, you know, I try to just document my life, you know what I'm saying? I'm 29, I'm young, not a lot of people get to do this kind of stuff, and when the fact that I do get to do it, I feel I'm very fortunate for that. So I like to just kind of share that with you guys. If you haven't already, check out theauctiondog.com. There's merch on there. You can check out the rest of our builds on there. I do have a pretty sweet E39 wagon that I've been building for a while. I got a couple videos coming out with this one, and then I do also have my E36 M3. And so these are both of my project cars that I do like to build on the channel, and that I got a soft spot for BMWs. I always do. And then I also have this boat over here that I've been working on and repairing. So I'd buy a little bit of everything, you know? And these cars I'm not selling. You know, this is my stuff. This is the stuff that I like to work on. I am a mechanic as well. And so it's stuff that I enjoy, you know? But I do like to, but I sell a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that, you know, it's valuable to you guys to be able to see that kind of stuff. So if you have watched this far, thank you very much. You know, and yeah, check back for later content. Check back for content later. Peace out, my dogs.